Howdy, everybody. It's your pal Misty. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. It is our first live stream of 2024. Thank you for being here. There's so many fun people here today already. Lexi, my friend. Thank you for stopping by the live stream today. We have all missed you. We love you. We adore you. Thank you for being here. Cheryl, same to you. We love you and adore you as well. Thank you for being here. Mary, thanks for showing up to the live stream. Hey, Kenneth, thanks for coming through. Let me just scan here. There's my mama. Mama says, Happy New Year, everyone. Lori is here. Thanks for showing up to the live stream, Lori. I appreciate it. And Shelly. Hey, Shelly. I saw you were back. I've seen like a video or two of yours. Shelly is, if y'all don't know Shelly, she's been one of my long-time subscribers. We were friends from way before anybody started following me or knowing who I was. So I'm glad to see you back around helping other people, hopefully be as successful as you have been. So it's good to see you, Shelly. All right, I think Derek's here. Hello, Derek. Happy New Year. I'm going to talk about Derek and his steps challenge a little bit here in just a second. Y'all are all saying hello, and howdy. All right, excellent. All right, yes, Monday. Felt like it took forever to get to 5:30 though. I've been doing, well, I can't say nothing. I said I've been doing nothing. Everything that I have for Christmas has now been put away. And so I have a whole bunch of shoes that I love them. I love them a lot. And I have worn them, but part of it's not a problem. Let me not say that. One of the things that happened on my extreme weight loss expedition was that my foot shrunk a whole shoe size. So I have all of these shoes. Crocs and Docs is basically what it is. I have a whole bunch of pairs of Crocs and actually just 2 pairs of Doc Martens. One of the pairs of Doc Martens that I had bought way back in the day, they had shipped me a size that was too small and I just never took care to send them back. And hurrah, now those loafers fit. So I still have a pair of Doc Martens that I can wear as my dressier shoes, but I got like another dozen pair of Docs and Crocs to give to Natasha to sell because we're still making money, people. I don't know how. And so I put in a few extra things that I had been putting in a donate sell box. So I'll take those to her this weekend and then she'll do her magic and we'll see how it goes from there. Oh, did you see Barnum? Was he in the background somewhere? Hey, Jess, thanks for being here on our first Monday night live stream of the year. I appreciate it. Nikki's here. Look at all my friends here on a Monday. I've missed y'all. It was really kind of weird last week being like, okay, the day's over and then it's just over. There's nothing to do. And I thought about doing a video for my year recap and my goals. And I think that I may still do that just for additional content on the page around it. And that I know a lot of people don't watch the live streams because they're longer or you can't be here when they're live and that sort of word. Oh, he is in his bed, isn't he? I just saw her. Whoops, I just saw her. There's Barnum over there. I didn't even see him over there. I don't know. I don't know where the tiny one is. I thought maybe she was at my feet, but she's not. Nikki said it was weird. She kept looking for my lives. Yeah, it was strange. It was like the night was over, and then I was like, and by the night, meaning like my work shift was over. And last week was super easy because nobody was working. So I was just barely working, and I got a whole lot of stuff done that'll make this week super easy. Because I pulled all of the reports that I'll need to do all of my 2023 reporting on like Wednesday and Thursday. So I got 2 reports fully finished, and the other reports that I have, I got everything pulled. So when everybody comes back and everybody's trying to be in the same dashboard, pulling all them reports, and they're going to be slow, I'm just going to be Copy, paste, put it in. I already got all that stuff. I was pretty excited about that. Just as another update before we do get into the recap and the word of the year for 2024, I do have my orthopedic doctor's appointment tomorrow afternoon, as well as a appointment with my PCP next Monday. So I will have seen both before I do my next live stream. Will I have any big updates? Probably not, but I will at least get to go. I have decided that I am 100% going to ask if I can go back on the arthritis medicine or some form of arthritis medicine, because like it's one of those things where you have pain. Oh, Gina's here. Oh, no reminder popped up. I'm sorry. No, you're always right on time, Gina, and you did not miss much. I was just getting good and worked up. And then I got distracted. Hey, Tasheri is here. Welcome, Tasheri. I know you did your live stream this morning. I was asleep. I'm not going to lie. I did not set an alarm, and I let myself sleep as late as I could, which ended up being about 7:30 something. I remember when 7:30 was a struggle to have to wake up that early. And now I'm just like, I did it. Yay, I made it all the way until 7:30. And it was not because, once again, it was not because of the dogs. They were still asleep. I still got up, used the bathroom, got dressed, and had to call them to go outside for their first walk. So, hey, Deanna, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you being here, Deanna. Oh, yeah, I was talking about the arthritis meds. That's probably why my brain forgets about things that I don't want to talk about. And it's not that I don't want to talk about the medicine. It's that I don't want to talk about the hurt. So it's one of those things where I know I have arthritis. I am aware. I have been told. But when they put me on those meds, like a week in, I was like, man, I feel really good. Like, I feel really good. Like, I mean, nothing really kind of hurts. I'm feeling pretty good. And then that second week, man, I was feeling stellar. I felt amazing. Like, nothing hurt. And then week 3, I got real sick. I'm assuming it was from the meds and not eating with them. I don't actually know, or if I got some kind of stomach bug, but for like 4 days, I could not eat or drink anything. Well, I could eat or drink anything that I wanted, and it did not stay with me for more than about 5 to 15 minutes. It was miserable. I was exhausted. But I was still doing Vlogmas and still working as best I could. So thank you for those of you who were there for those nights. I know they were a little bit rough. And then now I'm done with the arthritis medicine as of last Monday. And it's like a blessing and a curse, right? It's a blessing because now I know what it feels like to not live in this amount of daily pain. And it's kind of a curse because I didn't realize how bad it was. Like, when it progresses over time, you know it's happening, but you're not always aware. It's kind of like when you're putting on weight. Sometimes it's happening, but you know it's happening, but it happens so slowly, it's like, it's fine. And then it's like you have a miracle cure that took it all away and then gave it all back. So the hardest part has been my hands. I know I have arthritis in my hands, but to have that pain taken away and then brought back, I use my hands so much that it was really noticeable within the first couple of days. Like, I even showed Mary and Natasha, like, even my joints are disfigured again. They're red. They're a little warm to the touch sometimes. They make my fingers look a little distorted because of the swelling in them because of the arthritis. So that's no fun. So I'm definitely going to talk to the doctor about all of those and see what the ortho says. And if he says no, I'll talk to my regular doctor and see what she says. If I need to go to like an arthritis doctor. I was talking to Mary and Natasha yesterday because we sat around for a little while after eating and they heard that I got stopped up, which pretty much always happens after I eat, especially if I have anything with gluten. So I think I may be asking for a referral to an ear, nose, and throat because I'm also tired all the time. And maybe I'm tired because I'm not sleeping as good as I think I am. And maybe I do need a sleep study, which they were going to do when I was 330 pounds. And I thought I kind of fixed all that. And I feel like I rest pretty good, but I need a nap in the middle of the day almost every day to make it through. It feels like I'm just tired all the time. And I don't know why. So I'm just going to test all of the things. Well, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to have the doctor just take all the blood you need. I'm going to be well hydrated for that Monday morning. Well, I won't actually because I will have worked out, but I'll drink water on the way to the doctor's to make sure they can pull the blood they need. Anyway, so I'm going to ask for arthritis meds because I was telling Mary, like, this is true. Like, this is true, right? Like, they're meds and they may not be good for you and they may be real hard on your body. And you have to kind of weigh the benefits. And so I was sitting there the other night and I was like, okay, Misty, let's think about this really. Like, let's really think about it for a second. You're 48 years old. Let's say you live to be 90. I mean, that's great. That's all 40 plus years, right? That's almost as long as I've lived already, right? I was like, but what if taking these meds, I mean, you could only live to 85? Like, these meds are going to take 5 years off your life. 5 years is a long time, even in the span of a 40-year time frame. 5 years, I mean, it's an eighth of it, right? It's still a big chunk of that time. Would I be willing to lose that time? And I would. I just can't even express to you how freeing it was to not have that pain. And I know a lot of you suffer with arthritis and pains and things like that. And it's something that I talk about it, but I don't like mention it all the time. It's just the thing that is there, right? Like when I was visiting with Deanna at the end of every night, she'd be like, you're limping. I'm like, I know. My body is broken. It hurts all over. Like I do things and I enjoy them and they hurt, especially walking. So fixing that a little bit with the barefoot shoes, but anyway, that was a long rant and I think y'all talked a bunch. Let me go see what y'all were talking about. Oh boy. Okay, here we are. Derek saying hi to everybody. To Sherry is greeting everybody. Cheryl's asking how everybody else's day has gone. Oh, Gina's going to buy a Fitbit. Do it, Gina. Hey, Jay Simone is here. Thank you for joining. Happy New Year's. Gina says, it seems everyone has something to track movement, Cheryl. There's all different ways you can track movement. A lot of people do it with their phones, but I try not to have my phone with me as often as possible. You love your Fitbit? Yeah. Of all the watches that I've had, the Fitbit it's not that they haven't ever broken or anything like that, but they've never let me down. Like, they're always really reliable. They always function as they're supposed to. And it is kind of one of those things that I like about Fitbit, because sometimes you have a product where parts of it won't work, other parts will work. With all the Fitbits that I've had, it's either going to work or it's not. Like, it's just going to die. Like, it's just all of the things are not going to work properly. It's not like it won't track your steps, but will track this. Normally for me, they just die. So they kind of ruin the community aspect of it a little bit when they change some of the features, but that was the big part of it for me anyway. Yeah, Mary says sometimes it doesn't have anything to do with weight for the sleep study. I realize that. Fitbits do, in fact, track sleep. Well, they say it tracks sleep. I don't know what cues Gina says she's curious if she ever is in deep sleep. I don't know that I would take the Fitbit as your word of truth for that personally. That's just me. Only because I know there have been times where I have gone to sleep, I have woken up, and then have gone back to sleep. And when I looked the next day, my Fitbit said I still didn't go to sleep for like another hour after that. So, oh, there's Ruby. Oh, I was going to go, oh no, she's bothering Barnum, but now he's gone. What are we playing? Oh, he's at my feet now. I was like, there's generally one in the bed, one at my foot. So, Gina, yes, it does track sleep. It will show you if you enter a deep sleep or not, or how many hours on average you get. But again, there are times where I am 100% sure I have been asleep for an hour or two, and it did not think that I was. So, again, there's all different kinds of trackers that do that. But I like the Fitbit because I have learned that I mainly want my tracker to be a watch. I want it to do all of the thinking. I want it to I want it to remind me of things. I want it to track all the things. I want it to automatically track the things when I forget to track the things, which is pretty much just walks, because I always forget to track my walks. Well, most of the time I forget to track my walks, but about 5-10 minutes in, it'll be like, it looks like you're walking. Did you want to track this? Yes, Fitbit, I did. I did indeed want to track this. Just says she was given a Whoop with 30 days free, so you're starting that tomorrow. Whoop. I've never even heard of that. Just says she's keeping her Fitbit on too, though. Is it like a Fitbit? It's a tracker that tracks. I mean, Whoop is a fun name. Whoop. Whoop whoop. But it's great marketing already. Not that that's their marketing. It's just that's a fun name. But I've never. Okay, it's like a Fitbit too. Huh, never heard of that. It must be, I'm guessing it's new. That's nice that they gave you one to try for 30 days. I'll definitely watch your review. I'll watch all your stuff, so there will be a video. Don't worry. Excellent, because I'll be there to watch it, Jess. Yeah, whoop, there it is, Nikki. I mean, it's such a fun name. Kudos to them for such a cool name, so... Anyway, so that's where I've been. I've been doing working and nothing as much as possible. I finished so many movies because I just let them play. Well, actually, even this week, this past week, when I was working, I took my laptop into my living room and was just letting the movies play and was pulling reports and chatting with people or whatever, like from my living room. So I felt like I wasn't even working just because I normally work here in the office. When I'm working. So that was fun. And just, it kind of gave it a little bit of a different perspective. So I was able to watch, oh Lord, what all did I watch? I watched the Chronicles of Narnia series, The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, Star Wars, all 11. I did the 9 plus Solo and Rogue One. Last night I watched Obi-Wan. I finished that today. Now I'm on Book of Boba Fett. I feel like, Harry Potter. I'm like, there's another series that I watch every year. Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, and Star Wars are normally the 3 that I normally watch. I added in Hobbit this year. Don't do that. It was not. I did not realize there were 3 Hobbit movies. Don't watch. The second 2 are just other versions of the confusing first one. But his books are very wordy. And like in The Lord of the Rings, it worked very well in movie form because instead of just having to read about going through a wooded area, you got to see it instead. So you didn't have to read for 100 pages about the woods. I love Tolkien, but anyway, the Hobbit movies were just long and confusing, and you can skip those next year, Misty. So that's what I've been up to, watching just tons of movies. Well, I say watching, playing tons of movies, which is what I do every year to wind down my year. Deanna said she just heard of it like a month ago. I guess I don't know anybody or watch anybody who uses it as a fitness tracker. I know, Nikki, you should watch Star Wars though. It's really good. It's a really good series. There's 100 ways you could watch it, and there's a debate on what way is the best. For a new person, I say there's only one way to watch it, and that's in the theatrical release order. But that's my opinion, because most of Star Wars is spoiled now anyway. Hey, Renee, thanks for being here. Thanks for stopping by the live stream tonight. All right, so let's go ahead and get into because that was sort of where I am in the last week and what I have upcoming in the next week, which is just a bunch of doctor visits to tell them all of the things and just test all the things, whatever. I want to feel my best. So 2023 recap. I'm so bad at setting, I shouldn't say that. I don't like setting goals because I think my mind has, y'all know words are important for me. My mind just struggles with goal. Like some things I'm like, that's not a goal. That's just something that you do every day. But Coach reminded me that you can make it a goal to do it every day. And then when you do, you've achieved that goal. It's still a goal to do it every day just because you feel like you should. And you should. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't try to do it and want to do it. And so I've been trying to think of them a little bit differently in the way to go. So for those of you here who were here last year, I had 3 goals that I set. I set a personal goal, a channel goal, and a weight loss goal. So I've had this YouTube channel since 2019, I believe, is when I started this channel. It actually started out as Skinny Misty, because that's what I used to say. Well, I called everybody the Skinny Squad on my other family page. We still do that when I do the family page. And then I decided to lose weight on February 2nd of 2020. And then it just stuck because I was finally doing it for me and not because everybody else told me it was the right and best thing to do. And then I got healthy and then I felt great. And then I realized, you know what? I don't want to die. I don't want to do that. That's not a thing that I have in my future anymore. I mean, it is. I will die in the future. Spoiler alert. I'm sorry. I will die in the future. I'm not a machine or nothing. Just me, Misty. But for 2023, I had set 3 different goals. One was a weight loss goal, and that goal was to lose half of my body weight from where I started when I started recording for the channel, which was 330 pounds. So losing half of my body weight was 165. And I had a secret goal of losing that before my birthday, which I did. I got down below 165. I've been down below 165 several times this year. So technically goal met. Now, if you were to have me do my weigh in today, would I be at that goal? No, I would not. I'm much heavier than that right now. Well, not much. But I'm heavier than that right now. So I still count it. I counted it when I first hit it, like back in, it was like late June, early July. I don't even know if I posted anything about it, to be honest. I think I might have talked about it on a live stream. Because the second goal was the YouTube goal, and that one I did not hit. Again, I've set the same YouTube goal every year, which is to hit 1,000 subscribers. And I thought I would make it better in 2023 because I believe if you have a goal, that's great. But what are you going to do to get there? You need the steps, right? So I knew what steps to take for the weight loss, and I accomplished it. And I made goals to do 2 reels, 2 Instagram, and 2 YouTube shorts every month to help drive people to my channel. And then I stopped posting. I was doing the live streams every Monday night. So a lot of y'all were still here with me for the last year. And a lot of you know what was going on for me within the last year. But it's probably my lowest productive video year yet. I don't know why I struggled with the videos as much as I did this year. So I did the 2 reels and I did the 2 shorts for, I don't know, 3 or 4 months. And then in my mind, I was like, I love this community that I have. I love all of the people who are here. If other people come, if they find me, that's great. Y'all know, some of y'all were here when the SEO person came on and Cheryl blocked him in a half a second. I love Cheryl. Best mod around. But I was able to put it up on screen because StreamYard didn't take it away from me since I'm the host. But I tell them all the same thing. I know the things that I could do to grow my channel, to get subscribers. I don't want that. I want a community of people who are in this with me to see how I do well or not well, and so that I can see how they do well or not well, and to give each other encouragement and to give each other support and to have fun, right? I mean, that's what I'm about. I like having a good time. So I did not hit that. I think today I was back down. I think I'm at 800. I'm still shocked that I have 800 subscribers. I'm still shocked that so many of y'all show up for a live stream with me every week. Like, that just, man, it just makes my heart feel so good to know that so many of you take time out of your day to spend it with me. I know I say it all the time, but it really does mean a lot to me. So, did I meet the 1,000 subs? No. Am I upset about it? The only thing that I'm a little bit upset is that I gave up. I just gave up. I'm like, because I did no longer care. And it wasn't, for me, I was like, I don't care about the subs. But and that's tend to what I do. I pick a goal and then I realize I hate that goal and I just don't do it. And then I sabotage the goal. So I didn't do videos and I sabotaged the goal. I didn't do reels and sabotage. I hadn't posted anything on Instagram in a long time. I don't even know what the last thing I posted on Instagram was. I don't even think I put any pictures of my trip with Deanna on Instagram. Social media is hard for me, guys. I love it. I love y'all. It's hard. Comments are hard for me some days. Content is hard for me. The content actually isn't hard, but then if I put up content, I know y'all are going to comment, and I love talking to y'all, and yet it's all still stressful. So I just gave up on that goal. And guess what? I didn't hit it because I gave up on it. Instead of looking at it in a different way of you could do things that still give you the subscribers that you want, that bring the people that you want. You don't have to do the things that these SEO people are telling you. You can do what you want. So I gave up on that goal, and I probably shouldn't have. But I give up on that goal every year. Because really the goal started was because I wanted 1,000 because I wanted a community tab. And then I got that. So now the reason for the 1,000 is monetization. But at the end of the day, do I actually care about that? Nope. Not really. But goal number 2, reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Incomplete. In progress. It'll remain in progress. I'm not setting that goal again. I'm just not. Whenever I get 1,000 subs, I get 1,000 subs. That's great. Whenever I get 1,500, that'll be great. Whenever I get 2,000, that'll be great. I don't know how many I'm going to get. Whenever I get 801, that'll be perfect. Whatever. I don't know. So goal number 1, half my body weight, 165 pounds total lost, completed. 1,000 subscribers. No go. Yeah, Nikki says I had a lot of life happen. We all have a lot of life happen. That's what life is. It's life. Derek says it's okay. He's been stuck at 1.8 thousand for a year now. Yeah, I mean it is what it is at this point, and I'm fine either way. Kenneth asked if I saw the Star Wars holiday special, like the one from the 70s, the cartoon one. Yes, I have seen it. Renee says maybe do more interviews. That's how I found you. Which interview? I have actually thought of, there are a few interviews that I would like to do, and a few people that I would like to do them with, just to talk about different topics. I haven't talked to any of them about talking about it, except for one of them, and that's my cousin who had weight loss surgery. So that's a topic that I'd like to cover because I don't know anything about it. That's not how I lost my weight, but I know that it is a great tool and it has benefited a lot of the people that I like hanging out with, and they're crushing it, right? So I'd like to talk about that and stuff. So we may do more interviews instead of just Monday night live streams. I do want to look at possibly doing big group chats again. I always really enjoy the group environment. I do plan on doing more fitness stuff, more new favorite or epic disasters. I'm thinking about going back and just editing my old content and putting it out as lost vlogs so that y'all can see what I was doing over the last 2 years when I wasn't actually putting it out there. Gina says I was at 777 when she came. You have 23 more, so that's something to be proud of. Oh yeah, no, I mean I definitely grow. I think I was at 6. I don't know where I was at last year. I don't have any idea, to be honest. I was gonna give like my overall weight update, but to be honest, I'm pretty sure I'll have to do a video just so that I can do that. But I'm pretty sure. Because when I weighed in this morning, I weighed in at 178.2. Are all those the right numbers? Yes. 178.2. I think that may be heavier than where I was this time last year. Now I'm kind of curious. Now I wish I had looked that up before. So, did I lose weight in 2023? Yes, at some point. Did I gain it back? Did I lose it again? Mm-hmm. I maintained. And that was the goal of 2023 for me, was after the first few months, once I hit the 165, I was like, okay, I'm good. I just want to stay right here between like 170 and 180. And that's what I've been doing. And then recently I decided that I wanted to drop weight again. And then I got that horrible stomach virus. I was living off of saltine crackers and peanut butter for like 3 days. It was rough. It's still a little questionable in my mind, but my body's doing much better with it. Derek says if he can, he'll be there. Well, you know, I got some Star Wars to do. Some Lego, Derek, Star Wars. You love to watch me bake bread? Yeah, we can definitely talk about doing bread. My mama loves doing bread. I love doing bread too. I did 2 loaves this weekend. I tried 2 different methods. So yeah, I know a bunch of you. I know Tasharia is interested in the bread making too. Yeah, I do have way more muscles. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, do I look different this year than I did this time last year? Guaranteed, 100%. I freaked myself out in the workout the other day. I think I told y'all about that, where we were doing our picture and I was just joking around with him. I was like, because I do that all the time. It's one bodybuilding move I see people do is that, and they always make that ridiculous face. But boy, when I did that, I was like, dang, Misty, you been working out, girl. So, of course, Coach had to take a picture of it. But it's funny. It pops up in my camera when I'm scrolling through the looks. And I always, for a second, I'm like, whoa. So, yeah, muscle weighs more than fat. So, have I lost fat? Probably. Have I lost weight? I don't think so. Yeah, muscle does weigh more. Yeah. Yeah, the DEXA scans. I wish it was one of those things that I would have done like at the very beginning to now. And I know a lot of people use the body weight scales. I'm sorry. I can't. My brain just is not okay that you can tell how much body fat I have through my feet, how much water weight I have, how much bone I have by standing on a scale without my socks on. I don't know. If that's for you, don't even waste your time trying to explain it to me. You do it and you use those numbers to your benefit. I think they're crazy, but that's for me. And I just can't use that. So I just use the number on the scale. And even that in my mind is a questionable number because that's how much gravity says I weigh today, right? Like I know I'm heavier right now again because I have been living off of pretty much only carbs. Bananas. I had a banana every day. Jasmine rice. I've had like 3 or 4 times. Crackers. That was it. That's all it was. Peanut butter to get a little bit of protein in. It was rough. Y'all were here for some of it. It got a little rougher after that too, but it's better now. If I'm interested. Yeah, no, I am interested in that, Deanna. I would like to know where I'm at now, but I think it would be really interesting if I had known where I was at before. But yeah, Sherry said she's waiting on bread making instructions. I know, girl. I'm going to make a video. I will. You've not had a banana in forever, Cheryl. I bought myself 5 bananas and I told myself I could have one every day. And when those bananas were done, even if I was feeling better, you could not have any more bananas. Because fruit, I know this sounds crazy to a lot of people who are like, you shouldn't restrict fruit. Fruit is good for you. Fruit is not good for me. I love it. I can pound some fruit. I binge eat fruit. I don't know what it is. It's like my brain goes, this is healthy. Eat entirely too much until you feel miserable. What? And then all the sugar from the fruit just, I don't feel good. But I love a banana. I didn't even share with the dogs, except for one time. They got a bite of the first banana. And they both kind of turned their nose up to it. They ate it, but neither one of them looked really happy about it. So I didn't share anymore after that. I'm such a child. Anyway, so have I been doing a low carb keto lifestyle for the last week and a half? No, I've been real high carb. I've been eating, and sourdough bread. Some of my own sourdough bread that I made. That's pretty much my 5 food groups that I've had. I'm branching out now. Today I had chili. I made myself some chili. It was delicious. And then yesterday I had bought myself some tamales from HEB. So I had tamales with chili on it before I started this live stream for dinner tonight. And it was really good. It was Carol Shelby chili. Who knew the guy who, made the Mustang so popular, the Shelby Mustang, also knows about chili, but that chili was good. I'm glad I also used only like half the pepper pack because both times because I had a bowl for lunch and then I had some on top of the tamales for dinner. I'm eating what I can, guys. So that's where I am. So am I heavier this year than last year? Maybe. Do I still consider it a weight loss year win overall? 100%. Yep, absolutely. I'm definitely healthier this year than I was last year. There's no doubt. Physically wise, you can't tell me nothing. I saw what I was doing last year and I was so proud of those. And that's like the basics now. Like those are the everyday. The things that I strived and worked for and was really, really proud of are now just like, yeah, we do those. That's what we do because that's what we do. It's, and I've said this before, Coach put this thing in the chat and I'm not sure who said it or where it comes from, but it is hard. It's true, right? So it says that, being sick is hard, and it is. And being healthy is hard, and it is. So choose your hard. But the thing that you also have to remember is Just like, and I equate this to the death of my dad, right? It's still hard. I still miss him all the time. I still want to hear his voice, tell me a stupid joke or a fun fact all the time. But it's been hard, and then that hard becomes your normal. So you are choosing your hard. But if you push it that hard long enough, that hard becomes your everyday. And then you just keep going from there. So choose your hard and then make hard your normal. That's sort of my slogan for this year, for 2024. Can you have a slogan along? Isn't there like a phrase of the year? Can I make up my own phrase? Being sick is hard. Being healthy is hard. Choose your hard. Make it your normal. And then choose something else hard to go after. No, I know you're just joking, Tasharia. I have a super, what I think is, sometimes I wish I had somebody else to edit the video, because I have a video of me making bread for the first time, and it was just, it was a disaster of anxiety and me yelling a lot. And for me watching it back, it's so funny. Like, I wish I knew a way to make it funny, because I think it's funny because I think I'm hysterical. I crack myself up. 90% of the time, the jokes that I tell are not for you. I'm sorry. They're to entertain me. I'm very selfish in some ways, but it works out well. It's funny because it's true. Gina says she thought she had to throw out her vegetables because you were heavy-handed with the black pepper. Lemon juice calmed down that heat. I love black pepper. I love black pepper so much. I put black pepper. I'm excited to make more honey roasted nuts. Well, it's not actually honey. It's the Chalk Zero sugar-free honey. I don't know what it's made out of anyway. Not sugar, monk fruit. I don't know what it's made out of anyway. Because I'm going to add black pepper. So I'm going to do salt and pepper and honey mixed nuts the next time. I still have some from the original package that I did, so I don't need any new ones yet. But Mary says I can have whatever I want. I can. You're right. I can have whatever I want. And eating something is better than eating nothing all day, every day. So that's what we've been working on. So my 3 goals, I got 2 out of 3, which I think is pretty much where I've been every year. So I want to talk about the third goal that I had, and that is my biggest non-scale victory for 2023. So as I talk about that for a moment, and then I'll close out with my word of the year for 2024, and then we'll talk about my word of the year more in upcoming videos, and next Monday's live stream is my plan. So overall, we hit our weight goal. We did not hit our YouTube goal. And then the third goal that I had, did I say that I want y'all to say what your biggest victory of 2023 was? I don't think I got there. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself because I realized I don't have as much time as I thought I had. I've been very chatty. But I'd very much like to know, because this is the first Monday of the month, and around here on the first Monday of the month, we like to celebrate our non-scale victories. I'd like to know what you think is your biggest non-scale victory for 2023. If you have several, feel free to share several. I just picked one because it also aligned with my goals, and it really was my biggest non-scale victory for the year. So I know Deanna already knows what it is, because she made me talk about it this weekend. Not made me. She was just like, she was talking, and she's like, I know something Misty's proud of, because it is. I am proud of it. And that's that I finally, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm just going to back up for a second. When I started losing weight, I never thought this is where it would take me. I was against physical fitness with a passion. I didn't believe in it at all. And now I know that was sort of always my limiter, was that I never would do the fitness. Because even though I got the food right and I could lose the weight, I never felt better. So that's why I just would put the weight back on, because everybody had lied to me. Well, they hadn't lied. I just wasn't doing all of the pieces. And I remember the first time that Kirsten called me coach. And I laughed in her face. How preposterous of a thought. That someone who was so against fitness could become a fanatic. I realize I'm a fanatic about it, guys. You don't got to tell me. It's not a shocker. I'm a fanatic for fitness. I know it. I know it. I know it. So last year for Christmas, my birthday present, it should have been my birthday present, my Christmas gift, my Thanksgiving present, all of them wrapped up in one. But my mom gave me the money to get my personal training certification with the American Council on Exercise. And then I spent all the months studying. A lot of things happened and changed. And then the day before my dad's birthday, I took the test and I passed. So my biggest non-scale victory for this year is, or for 2023, was that I became an ACE certified personal trainer. In a million years of where do you think you'll be 5 years in the future until last year, would I have told you this is where I would be? I told Coach last night, Kirsten, I was talking to her, I was chatting with her, and I was telling her, you know what? I could have totally done this without you. The thing is, I never would have. So find what works for you. Find what's fun, right? So my third goal was to get my ACE personal trainer certification. Cha-ching, we did it. So 2 out of the 3. And how did we do those things, you may ask? I did them with my 2023 word of the year. I talked about this a little bit in another live stream. I know Cheryl remembered, and I'm sure a few of you did, but it took me a long time to come to it takes me a long time every year, even though this is only my 3rd year. So the first year, my word was evolve. And boy, did I change. I changed so much in 2022, sorry. That's when I got into fitness and like really got into it. That's when I started like daily workouts and things like that. And I evolved into a whole nother person. I love the person that I was. She's got to die and she's got to stay there. She's got to be gone. It sounds really cruel that you just have to give up who you are. When you hear that, man, what do you mean I have to give up who I am? But the thing is, what I always missed in that you have to give up who you are. It's to become who you should be. Why are you holding yourself back from that? Why was I holding myself back from that? Why was I holding myself back from being who I could be? So I evolved so much and just kept hitting roadblocks, kept hitting barriers. So my word of the year for 2023 was fear. crushed the fear. Not always. Sometimes it got me a little bit. But my biggest fear was moving. And that's why my personal trainer certification originally got delayed. Originally, I wanted that by my birthday. And then after talking with my mom and coach and, my friends and things, that's when I pushed it back to be before my dad's birthday, because my best friend Amy helped me a ton. And then Mary and Natasha helped me move. Natasha is still selling my stuff. Like I said, I got another box of stuff to give her with some Docs and Crocs. Which, every little dollar counts towards something. But I did it. I got up. I donated, sold, or trashed 80% of my personal belongings because I wasn't that person anymore. And so I've been going through and seeing, is there anything that I kept from that person that I still don't need? Some of it is obviously still me, right? I mean, I'm still the same person, but I've changed so much. What serves me and what doesn't serve me is different now, right? So, yeah, I went through even today. And you know what, Mom? I got rid of a lot of boxes because I hoard boxes for stuff that I'm using and stuff that if I pack, I'm not going to put it back in that box. I'm just going to pack it in another box. So I threw away a bunch of boxes today. I probably threw away 20 boxes. Like, it was a box full of boxes. I took some of this stuff out because there was like cables. So now I got a box of cables and stuff. Anyway, it's a process. But I moved. And then I was so afraid I wasn't going to pass that personal trainer certification. I felt like I had put so much pressure on myself, and I felt that everybody else believed in me so strongly, even strangers who had just met me. I had a new client and had to tell them that I wasn't going to be there that day because I was taking my test in the morning. They're like, "Oh, you've got this." I'm like, they don't even know me and they think I've had it. But one of the best moments of the year was right before I hit that button. And I talked about this afterwards, but I just, heard my dad say, "But you passed." Like, hit the button, you passed, girl. This is what you're meant to do. You're meant to take this certification. Be your own best coach. How can I help anybody else if I can't be my own best coach? So, my word of the year for 2023 was fear. I moved. I got my personal trainer certification. And then I made a solo trip to see Deanna, a friend from YouTube that I've never met in person. It was supposed to be a big group thing, and it fell out for a lot of people. I was like, I'm not going to let that stop me. I'm not going to let the fear of being the only one who goes and not having anybody to travel with stop me from doing it. And I didn't. And dadgum, we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. Deanna was there. She knows we had a lot of fun. We had so much fun. I enjoyed every aspect of that trip. And I'm looking forward to doing more in 2024. So I wanted my word to be fear so that I could continuously push through it and overcome. And I did. So did I meet all of my goals? No, I didn't meet the YouTube goal, but weight is healthy for me where I am right now. Will I lose more weight? Probably. Undetermined. We'll see. I'm going to continue to try to stay in a calorie deficit when I can, once I get my stomach fully sorted out. Stay in a calorie deficit when I can and see if I continue to lose weight. I hope to continue to gain subscribers as I go through that. So I do have a few goals for 2024. One of them is, and it's a goal. It counts. Coach said it counts. One of my goals is to do the monthly challenge with Coach in the Fit Squad. I don't have to do it. And I know there are a lot of people that don't do it every day, or they give up halfway through, but I'm there doing it every day. Even if I don't work out with her, I'm still doing the challenge. It's very rare that I forget to do a challenge because it's every day. Like, how could you forget? You just did it yesterday. Do it again today, right? But things have happened and I have missed a few challenge days. But for the most part, my goal in 2024 is going to be to do the monthly fitness challenges. It's all related around fitness. Because my other goal is to put out some fitness content. That's as generic as I'm going to be with it right now because I don't know what format, how often, or things like that. It may not even be all on this channel. For instance, I know I'm doing a live stream with a coach and one of her friends, Franny. I believe sometime this month. I will keep y'all posted. I know I have a few live streams this month, my own and other places. So as always, I'll try to promote those when I can or link them on my community tab for you to go back and watch. But yeah, we push through fear and we hit half of our body weight. We got our ACE trainer personal certification. So, you know what? Let me just check in with y'all before I give y'all what my goals for 2024 is to continue to do the Fit Squad monthly challenge and to put out fitness content on this channel. End of story. That's all that I have for now on that. But again, that is my goal. I have ideas. I have several ideas. I still need to pray on them and figure out what's going to work best for me. So, all right, let's. Oh, look. Because I wanted to see. I think we can hang out on that, Justice. Thanks, Jess, because I'm just going back about 20 minutes in the comments now. This year, you're doing a redo. I'm doing a redo every year. Every year, I redo the same things that I've been doing because them things are working. So I just redo it every day. You can get it. Hey, Mitch and Carlin are here, which probably means it's Carlin, but hi to you both. All right, Mary's biggest non-scale victory, because I asked if y'all what your biggest non-scale victory for 2023 was, and I did not want to let the evening pass without me going back to seeing if anybody says. But her biggest non-scale victory is exercising regularly daily and over the year, increasing the amount of that exercise that you've been able to do too shows your progress in that consistency. So that's great. Oh, I love you too, Jess. Thank you. I love you too, Derek. You got this. We're going to start it out with a big steps challenge. Oh, Cheryl. Mary, I am a fitness pusher a little bit. Fitness strong, Cheryl says. I'm a fitness fanatic. It's okay. I'm aware. It's a special kind of crazy, and it's me. Who knew? The whole time it's me. Yeah, I did allow people into my words. That's scary. I let you touch all of my things. In fact, Mary's so comfortable when she was over here visiting the other day. I think I might have told you that she's just making her coffee, and I'm sitting there going, I want to be getting it for her, but I made her first cup. Oh, Mama, did I ever tell you that I finally got to share your community caramel coffee with Mary? She loved it. She loved it so much she had a second cup. That she made totally on her own. She just pulled out a glass because I taught her how to use the Keurig with the first one. Anyway, I have friends now that are so comfortable they just make their own coffee in my house. I did slay it, Jess. You're not wrong. That was a highlight of your year, Deanna. It was so much fun. It was a great couple of days. Yeah, St. Louis was an amazing time. I'm so glad that I did that. I'm so glad that you let me come, even though it was just me. Everybody else is like, I'm sorry, I'm out. Because a lot of different things happened to a lot of different people. And then I was over here going, you still want to do it? Because I don't want to let fear stop me from doing it. And I was all set. Oh, Cheryl said she loves seeing us meet up. Mary says, you complain about it sometimes, but you do like the challenges, yeah. Deanna says she likes challenges where the challenge is the same every day and does not change. You don't like having to look up what you're supposed to do daily. I get that. That totally makes sense. I like challenges where you have to build up to an overall goal. So I like challenges where we add as we go, even if it means I have to look every day to see what we're doing differently. Um, I like to show results. And for me, if I was doing one round of kettlebell swings every day for 30 days, that's great. It really is. That's an amazing accomplishment to stay consistent and do that thing every 30 days. That doesn't work for me. That just becomes real boring. And then it's just checking a box and I'm not doing them 30 as good as I would. But instead, I did 4 rounds of 30 each arm. And that for me is the way that I like to do it. And that's normally the way that it's set up. Like this month's challenge for me is boring. I'm not going to lie. It's steps. Y'all know, I think that's so. How can I make it challenging for me? I have a way, but I'm going to talk about that later because it's part of what I'm going to be. It might be part of my fitness stuff. So I don't want to talk about too much right now. But yeah, pick the challenges that work for you. If doing this thing this many times every day for 30 days works, do it. But do it every day for 30 days. That's the trick, right? I'm not saying you're not doing that, Dan. I'm just saying you are right. And to whoever's doing that, if that works better for you, you got to find what works for me. What works for you? I like dumbbell cardio strength fitness. That's what I enjoy. And that's what I like to do. So, see, Jess says she knows what you mean. She doesn't like having to look it up. I don't either. I don't like having to. Part of the challenge for me is going to Facebook and updating that I did it. That's the harder part of the challenge than doing the physical fitness. But I have made that for me part of my challenge is to do my daily check-in. I still miss, but I try to be really diligent with that part of the challenge too. Hey, Carol. Thanks for joining us, Carol. I haven't seen you here in a while, or at least I haven't seen you commenting in a while. Lorianne's her biggest non-scale victory. Well, yeah, that was a scale victory. She lost 115 pounds. That's a huge victory. She's fitting in all kinds of fun stuff. Oh, dinner's done. Good evening, Deanna. Have a good one. Mary says, and she needs to be pushed. I'll push you, Mary, just a little bit. Don't you worry about that. Yes, it is a wonderful achievement, Lori. That's what Gina says. You were not wrong. So as we end this night, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit over an hour. I've been thinking about my word of the year for weeks and was struggling. And then I knew what I wanted my word to sort of mean and be able to do for me. And I'll get more into that, but I do want to give a brief explanation right now. So in 2022, I evolved into a fitness fanatic and other things. In 2023, I overcame fear, a lot of my base fears, and put things in place to help me overcome those fears. And so I've done it. I'm not scared to travel. I have plans for more travel this year already. I have 3 different trips. One's, we just got to source it all out, but we're definitely going to see the eclipse together. A few of us. I'll be talking about that if anybody else wants to join us. But then I know I'm going to meet Coach this year, and I'd like to meet Carolyn and Cheryl this year if possible. So we'll see how those go, but I'll definitely be doing them, and it will be a monetary issue holding me back, not fear. But what I've also noticed in this year is in overcoming those things in a lot of other ways, I've been kind of stagnant. I do my workouts every day. But do I really push during those workouts? It seems like I'm real good and I'm real focused, and then I just kind of peter out at the end. Just kind of lose stamina. And so I was talking to Coach about goals, and she was like, well, what do you want to work on? I was like, well, I want to be able to do exercise activities, just daily activities for longer durations of time. And I want to be able to do things faster. So I have some ideas about how to work on, making myself faster and making myself be able to do longer and longer workouts. And then I started thinking about my personal things that I want to do, and they're all going to be a push. And so at first, one of the words that I had considered was push. Um, and because I am a little pushy. But I feel like I got that. I can push. But I push and stop and push and stop and push and stop and push and stop. And that's good. But in some ways, it's not consistent. And I want to walk the walk of the talk that I talk, right? And so I kept coming back to that word stamina. And I've said this 100 times, and I'll say it 100 more. The thing about a lifestyle change is that it's for the rest of your life. And life is for the living. You have to make it a verb. You have to live life. You have to do happy. And in order to do that and really exceed and to be able to push as hard as I want, I need stamina. It's real easy to fall off. I'm going into my 5th year of this now. And it's 4 years, right? In 2020, I started in 2020. And once you get into that 4 or 5 year mark, that's an accomplishment all on its own. But it's also where people kind of give up. So I want stamina. I want to be able to push, push myself, push the community, push in all of the right ways to be able to sustain and grow. Because I don't want to lose what I've got. I want to keep it, and I want it to grow. And of all of those words, push and grow and evolve, right? They're all that sense of moving forward. And so the thing that I really want to focus on for 2024 is stamina. Do the things that you need to do, Misty. Do them. Don't be afraid of them. Change if you need to. Evolve. And keep that stamina. Don't let up. Every day is another day. Every moment is another moment. Stamina. So I'll talk about it more in another video. But again, 2023 recap. We lost 165 pounds overall. We got our ACE personal trainer certification. We did not meet 1,000 subs. Our year 2024 is all about stamina. Don't give up now, Misty. Make yourself the happiest and healthiest that you can. And if that includes a lot of doctor visits, which I don't like, that means that's what we're going to do. Stamina, we're going to do it. We're going to do all of the things to make ourselves healthy. Being sick is hard. Being healthy is hard. Choose your hard. Make it your normal. I love y'all. Thanks for being here. That's going to do it for tonight. We'll delve into all of these topics a little bit more as we go through 2024. Monday night live streams will be at 5:30 p.m. Central, and I will have other content coming out soon. I appreciate each and every one of you. Until you can believe in yourself, know that I believe in you. And that if you ever need a push, come find me because I'm going to be working on stamina. So like this video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't, subscribe if you know how, and comment down below. Do you have a word of the year for 2024? I'd certainly like to know what it was and what it means to you. And until next time, I'll see you real soon. Have a great week, everybody. Happy 2024.